Are you a stressed individual dealing with stress, anxiety, and overwhelming emotions? Are you a business professional with a hectic schedule and always running on fumes? Are you a student dealing with academic pressures, exam stress, and difficulty concentrating? If you suffer from any of these, then welcome or welcome back, Alex of ONI Life. In this episode, we'll be exploring the atomic dance of thoughts and emotions so that we can better monitor our minds. In ONI Life, episode 13, we discovered that there are 21 different plane levels that the human being occupies at all times. On one of the smaller scales, there is level -6, the atomic plane. A typical 70 kg human consists of 7 times 10 to the power of 27 atoms. So one way to view yourself is as a functioning picoscopic Lego structure, all full of atoms. Now, you might be wondering, what does this have anything to do with the mind, which is at plane level -1? From my observation and research, there are many similarities between the two biological planes, which can give hypotheses to some of the blind spots that you can find inside the mind, therefore creating a simple model that can be used as a tool to better understand yourself. Here are 5 similarities between the dynamics of the atoms and thoughts and emotions. Listen carefully. 1. Structure. Similar to how electrons orbit a large area around the nucleus, emotions also orbit a large area around a thought. For example, thoughts about your next holiday away with a loved one might be surrounded with a feeling of excitement and love. The nucleus is made from protons and neutrons, which individually have a mass 1,836 times heavier than an electron. As a personal inner observation, thoughts that are anchored down by observed truths and experiences tend to be heavier than emotions. For example, imagine you have a fear of public speaking. Your initial emotional response might be anxiety and fear. However, after many repetitions, you're able to do the presentation calmly and confidently, showing that even though the thought was about public speaking, the emotion towards it was able to change. The nucleus has a positive charge, the same as Yang in Taoism, which is associated with positivity. Yang also represents order, hardness, and logic, like a thought. The electrons have a negative charge, the same as Yin, which is associated with negativity. Yin also represents chaos, softness, and intuition, like an emotion. 2. Types. Looking at the periodic table, atoms come in different forms and sizes. There are 118 discovered elements on Earth, all with individual properties from hydrogen, a colourless, odourless, tasteless, flammable, gaseous substance made with 1 proton and 1 electron, to organazon, a highly radioactive synthetic chemical element with an atomic number of 118. Just as atoms can be divided into different forms and sizes, each human being will experience thoughts and emotions in their own unique way, meaning that there are an infinite amount of combinations. 3. Rings. The larger the atom, the more electron rings or shells it has. The electrons in atoms arrange themselves into rings, which best allow it to be stable when reacting with another atom or atoms. Some thoughts may only have a single emotion surrounding it. However, more often than not, there is a mixture of emotions surrounding a thought. For example, considering whether to confront a friend about a disagreement. You might feel worried on the outside about how your friend will react to your words, but deep down, it's coming from a feeling of loving towards your friend, which makes the decision easier. 4. Reaction. Atoms are known for their reactions, which happen when they collide with each other under favorable environments to become a more stable molecule or compound. If favorable conditions are not met, the atoms will repel each other and not react. Thoughts and emotions tend to act in similar ways, with similar thoughts or similar emotions grouping. For example, you're making Christmas lunch for your family, reminding you of all the past Christmas you've spent together and the pleasant and maybe not so pleasant emotions that is associated with it, as well as contradictory thoughts and emotions repelling each other. For example, feeling the desire to procrastinate whilst also wanting to be productive. 5. Chemical reaction. Atomic reactions or another process in which the products themselves promote or spread that reaction. This is what happens at nuclear reactors when a neutron is fired upon uranium-235. A similar process can occasionally be seen in thoughts and emotions, when a breakthrough thought or emotion changes your entire perspective of life, called a paradigm shift, named by Stephen Covey. For example, if you transition from a traditional 9-to-5 job mentality to embracing the gig economy or remote work, it would fundamentally alter how you view employment and work-life balance. To fully apply this information into mapping out your mind, there are still other components you need to learn and master first, like a deep understanding of your thoughts and the ability to differentiate different emotions, both of which will be covered in future episodes, so look forward to it. However, for those interested in starting now, start with a blank piece of paper and intuitively draw out any thoughts and emotions that you can identify within your last 24 hours. Give yourself at least 20 minutes, as it usually takes a while to find and identify these thoughts and emotions. Hint, it's easy to work backwards from the things you did. I hope you find this hypothesis as interesting as I do, and you can see how this model may give you more structure on how your mind functions. Give this video a like, subscribe and push the notification if you want more ONI Live content like it. Make sure you don't miss out on next week's episode, which will be looking at the 10 categories of behavioral addictions. A must watch if you want to avoid the increasing pitfalls of modern life. Until then, I wish you another great week. Peace out.